Hello, everybody. This is Glenda.
And Buster.
And Rosie. With a.k.a.gk Fralin.
A friendly community.
And our friendly community welcomes you. And you.
And you.
And you.
Just being friendly.
Well, I don't like that. Anyway. Today I'm just going to go over some observances and a short little poem I wrote. Kind of a funny sort of a sign. Are you going to start being a cuckoo bird now? Okay, we'll start out with a poem. And maybe we'll end with it too. It's called YOLO, capital Y, capital O, capital L, capital O. As in YOLO. Okay, for the second time. YOLO. The lights go out and the darkness falls in the daytime. I attach to batteries for breath and sleep. There's nothing to do. No, there's one. I write this bit of boredom and find my mind engaged. The author's pen lives again. From a once blank brain, thoughts arise. YOLO. What's YOLO? Well, it stands for you only live once. So that's what you're calling living. That's the whole idea. It's not really living very... Never mind. It's supposed to be a joke. Anywho. Alrighty then. I haven't been doing the checkiday calendar a lot lately. And today I discovered I wanted to do that because I missed out on something yesterday. Although there's always a lot of things to miss out on, but this one I thought was important. It's National Purple Heart Day, or it was. Okay, and this is what I found interesting, and I'm just going to read this right off the page. During the Revolutionary War, General George Washington wanted to recognize soldiers for their merit. Okay, couldn't read there for a moment. For their merit, but was not allowed to do this by promoting them. So, on August 7th, 1782, Washington ordered the establishment of the badge of military merit. He in part said, "The general, ever desirous to cherish virtuous ambition in his soldiers, as well as to foster and encourage every species of military merit, directs that whenever any singularly meritorious action is performed, the author of it shall be permitted to wear on his facings over the left breast the figure of a heart in purple cloth or silk, edged with a narrow lace or binding." Washington presented 3 soldiers with the badge and said the award should be permanent. But as the Revolutionary War ended, it did not continue being used. However, They did bring the Purple Heart back in 1932. And so on the bicentennial of Washington's birth. And being inspired by the Badge of Military Merit, its design was created by Ms. Elizabeth Will and consists of a purple enamel heart with George Washington as its center with a bronze border. Washington's family's coat of arms is also on the medal. Okay, this is the thing. We do not know exactly how many of these have been awarded since 1932, but it is estimated that about 1.8 million. Now, today, in order to receive the Purple Heart, you, I think, must be wounded in action or something. And I don't know if they consider post-traumatic stress disorder that so many of them come home with today as a Purple Heart deal. I would like to say that they do, but I don't know. Anyway, 1.8 million since 1932. That's a lot of wounded soldiers. Yes, it is. How many have we had since then? Well, there was World War II. That war took a lot of lives. And it wounded a lot of soldiers. And then there's the Korean. And then the Vietnam. And then there were several. It was Desert Storm, and several of those kinds of, several with that kind of name around Iraq. And, well, the battle for Kuwait. And then there has been the war against terrorism, which went into Iraq and Afghanistan and continues to be waged to this day, trying to keep terrorists. It's not nations we fight now, it's terrorists. That's awful. How do you fight a terrorist? One at a time, unfortunately. Because they are, a lot of them, very insidious and incognito. That's bad. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy for our country or for a lot of countries. And so if you see someone who has one of those Purple Hearts on their breast, left, my other left, on their left breast, or whatever, if it's still where I'm there. Or if you just see a soldier, you don't know if they've had a Purple Heart, maybe somebody in your family, but just tell them thank you. Thank you for helping us. I didn't mean to use a false Southern accent there, but I did, but I was just joking. Anyway, but yes, be thankful, because considering what George Washington was fighting for, and that we have a country now because of that, him and many others, but he's the one who started this award and has kept it and it has, never mind, it's been kept to this day in his honor since 1932. Anyway, I can't speak sometimes, but I am very thoughtful about it. Okay, next on today, the 8th, it's International Cat Day. And so we appreciate our cats and take care of them. Now, I don't know if everybody has ever heard, but in Japan, there is one little island that just mostly it's just its whole population, well, not whole, but most of its population is feral cats. Feral means wild, or having gone back to being wild. They're like house cats or whatever, but they have been left to run on their own. We call them strays here. But they kind of have been given their own little island there. Somebody feeds them. Okay. Audi Day, or Odie Day, celebrates the cartoon character Odie. Okay, so Odie the dog, yeah. So there's a lot of things. You look up on the calendar and you never know what you'll find. And I don't check the checkiday calendar every day because sometimes I've got other things. But today I did.
Yup. Yeah, sure did.
Well, do you suppose we should sing our song and say goodbye? If when you're ready. Oh, come on, you say it. I do. And the side, ain't, and all kinds of that stuff. Good night, good night.
Don't let the bugs bite.
Good night, good night. Sleep till it's daylight. Good night, good night.
Be kind to each other.
Good night, good night. Tell someone you love them. People need to know they're loved. Yes, we do. We're all, and so do dogs. Even puppet dogs. I know I'd like to be loved. And I do love you. Mwah! And I love Buster. Mwah!
Oh, I'm gonna blush. If I could, I'd blush.
I'm already blush. Yeah, your color is kind of blush. Turns out looking white on camera a lot. But she's blush colored. With her pink ribbons. Yep, she's got her pinky ribbons. They don't always show up too good, but they're there. They show up better on the other camera than they do on the computer, but we've already said goodnight, so please do subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Click the notifications bell. And come back and see us tomorrow. That it? Well, how much more do you want? We'll see ya. Take care, please. We love y'all.